तमिलनाडु का शहर उदगमंडलम, एक शहर जिसको ऊटी के नाम से भी जाना जाता है, तमिलनाडु के नीलगिरी जिले में एक प्रसिद्ध हिल स्टेशन है। समुद्र तल से 7,440 फीट की ऊंचाई पर स्थित, हमेशा से सैलानियों से गुलजार रहने वाला, सबके मन को मोहने वाला उदगमंडलम। ऊटी में खूबसूरत प्राकृतिक नजारे और घने जंगल, झरने, पहाड़ों की चोटियां और दूर दूर तक फैले चाय की बागान यहां आने वाले पर्यटकों के मन में हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बस जाते हैं। 25 अप्रैल को तमिलनाडु शहर उदगमंडलम में देश भर के कुलपति जमा हुए। मौका था कुलपतियों का वार्षिक सम्मेलन। सम्मेलन की अध्यक्षता उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनखड़ ने की। इस मौके पर पहलगाम में आतंकी हमले में शहीद हुए लोगों को श्रद्धांजलि देते हुए उपराष्ट्रपति ने आतंकवाद को वैश्विक खतरा बताते हुए इससे निपटने के लिए विश्व समुदाय के एकजुट होने का आह्वान किया।
A while ago, we observed silence. I joined the nation in expressing profound grief and outrage at the heinous terrorist attack in Pahalgam that claimed innocent lives. It is a grim reminder that terrorism is a global menace to be addressed by humanity in unison. Bharat is the world's most peace-loving nation, and our civilizational ethos reflected in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is getting global resonance. Our visionary leadership in the shape of a Prime Minister who is in his third term is our greatest assurance that the nation's rise cannot be handicapped by any situations, internal or external. But we all have to bear in mind that national interest is supreme. This was echoed by none else than Dr. B.R. Ambedkar while imparting his final address to the Constituent Assembly. We therefore have to take a resolve to always keep nation first. National interest cannot be intertwined with partisan interest. It has to be uppermost. This cannot be subservient to any interest, political, personal, or for a group.
कुलपतियों के सम्मेलन को लेकर उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि इस तरह की पहल से नए विचारों का सृजन होता है और इससे भविष्य में नई उम्मीद और सुखद संभावनाएं पैदा होती हैं।
I must commend Honorable Governor R.N. Ravi for his very thoughtful initiative taken by him in 2022 to have Conference of Vice Chancellors. The present one is in one such series, one in the series. I have no doubt the deliberations would be very fruitful, because when deliberations take place, dialogue takes place, when there is sharing of thoughts, sharing of problems, resolutions emerge, issues that require to be addressed, we get a way out. But I must commend Governor Ravi for another reason. He is doing this because it is his constitutional ordainment. He has taken oath under the Indian Constitution, under Article 159. His oath, as that of the Honorable President, is very significant. The oath he has taken as governor is to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and the law. By his oath, he is further enjoined to devote to the service and well-being of people of Tamil Nadu by organizing such events which are extremely relevant to the field of education. Governor Ravi is vindicating his oath.
हमारी ऐतिहासिक विरासत किस तरह से हमारा आधार रही है, इसका जिक्र भी उपराष्ट्रपति ने किया।
We need to nurture our education ecosystem in the backdrop of our historical legacy. Gurukul. The Gurukul concept is sublime. A facet of service to society by Guru. There was free access to those who had earning for knowledge, education. The Guru in Gurukul took everyone under his fold as part of that family. That is our legacy. That calls for revival.
बदलते समय के साथ शिक्षा की भूमिका लगातार बढ़ रही है। इसको लेकर उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा, केवल गुणवत्तापूर्ण शिक्षा प्रणाली ही परिवर्तनकारी हो सकती है।
No one knows better than the people here and the people listening to me all over the country, and some who will come to know of it through print media and social media. I assert accessibility and affordability of education is vital. But what is more significant in a world that is changing very fast, accessibility and affordability has to be of quality education. Fortunately, in our country, this is emerging as it is national priority. Only quality education system for all can be transformative. The people here and the people watching it are the prime motivators. Time for your category distinguished audience to fire on all cylinders to bring it about. Much needed change in education can gain momentum with proactive affirmative stance of vice chancellors and others who are stakeholders by virtue of being in governance, political executive, or bureaucracy. Such conferences and congregations are crucibles of thought, and the thoughts are nurtured here. Policies are evolved. There is purposeful defining of educational goals. Such congregations, brainstorming sessions catalyze the change we all need. I have no hesitation in indicating to you, this is a contemporaneous imperative need.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि आज पूरी दुनिया भारत को मान रही है और इसके पीछे कई कारण हैं।
These are also occasions for collective reflection, self-audit, soothingly auditing each other, trying to monetize each other's experience. Also, occasions for introspection and then reimagination. To lay a blueprint for future, give direction to education in Bharat that is emerging as a world power. Never have we seen might of Indian Prime Minister being so accoladed, acclaimed by world leaders and countries. Political sagacity within the country and outside has given Indians, Bharati, a new respect. We are a nation to reckon with because Bharati stands for peace and welfare of all.
इस खास मौके पर उपराष्ट्रपति ने तमिलनाडु राज्य की तारीफ की।
Tamil Nadu is a land of vibrant learning centers. Those learning centers must be our North Star now. Tamil Nadu has been home to such widely accoladed learning centers like Kanchipuram and Aniyaram. Aniyaram attracted thousands of students from all over Bharat. I see in these conferences emergence of crucibles of ideation that will rekindle the spirit of Kanchipuram and bring back glory of Aniyaram. We must take pride that it was in Tamil Nadu Madras University established in 1857. Modern education was exemplified in this land.
तेजी से बदलते समय को लेकर उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि आज का दौर बदलाव का दौर है और अनुसंधान और विकास अब प्रगति के लिए बेहद जरूरी है।
Research and development is now quintessential to progress. We can no longer depend to gain from research elsewhere. We have to be on our own strength. Our educational institutions, particularly universities, IIMs, IITs, institutes of excellence in science and otherwise, have to be laboratories of research and innovation. Our institutions must transform themselves from credential outfits into crucibles of innovation and character. We cannot reduce our institutions just to hand out degrees. A degree from a university must be a potent power in the hand of the degree holder that can help him or her fully exploit his or her potential, realize what is talent and ambitions.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि कोई भी शोध सिर्फ शोध तक सीमित नहीं रहना चाहिए, बल्कि शोध समाधान के लिए होना चाहिए।
I must express my one concern to this very distinguished audience. Research must correlate to much needed solutions. Research must be authentic, not surface scratching or assimilation. You understand much better than I do. Research for the sake of research is no research. A research paper must magnetically attract others as a solution provider. Research must be beyond self, for one's gain. Research is not meant for the shelf. Research must be seen as being transformative mechanism in the lives of people. I say so with deep concern that this is not receiving the attention it needs. How can we accolade research that does not correlate to solutions that are writing on the wall.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कुलपतियों की भूमिका की सराहना की।
At the heart of India's great institutions in the past, we had visionary leaders, what we call modern vice chancellors. The vice chancellors of today are enormously talented. Mark my words. They are no less visionaries. They are giving everything which they can. They might face uphill task, difficult terrain, or air pockets. But I believe in their power to transform. They are worthy academicians who have capacity to bring about results. They represent and epitomize the Kulpatis we had once. I urge everyone in governance at the center and at the state to believe in the institution of Vice Chancellor and ensure they have play in the joints and can perform undeterred by ordinary situations.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि आधुनिक युग की चुनौतियों के लिए युवा सोच और विश्वविद्यालयों की भूमिका बेहद महत्वपूर्ण है।
Today, not only Bharat, but the entire world is faced with formidable challenges, rapid technological disruption. It is far more severe than industrial revolutions we had. A paradigm shift is taking place every moment. It is difficult to keep pace. The global order on this count is becoming increasingly complex. Every facet of life is being affected. And it is therefore in the lap of universities, ably led on front foot by vice chancellors, to act as the stewards of India's academic landscape. More the challenges, more the formidability of challenges, we must rise as impregnable, not only to overcome them, but to deliver results for the nation and the world. One challenge which the vice chancellors must be facing is faculty. Faculty availability, faculty retention, and sometimes faculty attrition. I would appeal to all of you to engage in sharing with one another. Use technology. Don't be an island in yourselves. It is not a time to be standalone, because this challenge has to be fixed. We have no time.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि संस्थाओं को अत्याधुनिक बनाने के लिए अब विभिन्न कार्यक्षेत्रों को आगे ले जाने की आवश्यकता है।
We are well past the era of standalone institutions. It can't be I'm IIT, I'm IIM, no. Standalone era for institutions is already behind us. There is now need of convergence for various verticals to give institutions cutting edge. Multidisciplinary approach across academic pursuits is the only answer. Share your faculty talent. virtually, technologically, and otherwise also. That will have twofold purpose. While giving it, you will be receiving also. The winds of innovation and change must have free passage in educational institutions. Evolve a mechanism. There has to be tolerance for varying ideas. Intolerance to a thought defines democracy the wrong way. The nectar of university is that a solo voice that has an opinion different than that of the majority is heard with deference by engaging in dialogue and discourse, not by being judgmental.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि ग्रीन फील्ड संस्थाओं के उद्भव की बहुत आवश्यकता है क्योंकि विघटनकारी प्रौद्योगिकी, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, मशीन लर्निंग, ब्लॉकचेन जैसे नए क्षेत्र अचानक सामने आए हैं।
There is a great need for emergence of greenfield institutions because new areas have come up suddenly. Disruptive technologies, artificial intelligence, blockchain, machine learning, they require a different kind of mindset. Space, oceanography, new areas are emerging. Growth in those areas can be sustained only when you cater to these sectors, skilled minds, trained minds. The more fundamental question which we all are aware, and that is, we must go back to our cultural roots of education also. It is multidimensional. We should, and why we should not? Our institutions must reclaim the glory of the past. On this count, I would share some concerns. Universities, institutions of excellence, and higher learning must assume the role as spaces of free thought and fearless ideation. Ideation is very vital. A concept emerges out of ideation. Execution is not difficult. Ideation requires brainstorming, exchange of varied opinions. And the challenges we face today, climate change, artificial intelligence, sustainability, they require interdisciplinary thinking and also ethical reasoning. It is only in our universities that we can go back to our Vedic knowledge, our civilizational wealth, a gold mine when it comes to ethics, innovation.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि हमें अपने युवाओं को असफलता का मुकाबला करना सिखाना होगा क्योंकि असल मायनों में असफलता सफलता की ओर एक कदम है।
We must foster campuses where intellectual risk is encouraged. Risk is required. A failure is not a failure you must impart to your students. A failure is a myth. A failure is a stepping stone to success. We must believe in discovery, innovation.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि हमारे पाठ्यक्रम को विद्यार्थियों को न केवल बदलाव का जवाब देने के लिए तैयार करने के लिए बल्कि बदलाव का नेतृत्व करने के लिए भी डिजाइन किया जाना चाहिए।
Our curriculum must be designed to prepare students not just to respond to change, but to lead the change, to define the trajectory of change, to see the change which we need, not the change that overtakes us. Our administrative structures must be a guiding principle to others. That is an attention not given for too long. Education must be distanced just from giving credentials, degrees. No. It must be purposive. It must serve societal causes. And therefore, there must be partnership with all stakeholders, the government, the industry, the society, the NGOs. And it must be beyond transactional purpose. It must be guided by the soul spirit to serve the nation. This collaborative approach is long overdue.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि हमारे विश्वविद्यालयों को हमारे सांस्कृतिक गौरव का संरक्षक बनना होगा।
Our universities must become guardians of our cultural pride. They must reflect our civilizational confidence. Imagine which country in the world can boast of such uniqueness, civilizational wealth. And India reminds the world every moment what is peace, what is inclusivity.
राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति को लेकर उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि एनईपी के जरिए बड़े बदलाव की नींव तैयार होगी।
After 3 decades, taking into consideration inputs from the widest spectrum of stakeholders, there was evolution of national education policy. This policy aligns with our civilizational ethos. It encourages multidisciplinary learning. It gives primacy to Indian languages. It envisions education as development of the person, not just employability. The most significant aspect of national education policy is that it allows students to learn in their mother tongue. It has got us out of colonial regime. Even medicine, engineering in local languages could not be entertained at one point of time, even in our dreams. It is getting shape on the ground.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने कहा कि राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति का गहन अध्ययन करना जरूरी है और अगर ऐसा होता है तो इसके वास्तविक इरादे और उद्देश्य को समझा जा सकेगा।
I beseech you all and the faculty and directors wherever they are to please do a thorough study of national education policy to realize its real intent and purpose so that we reap the harvest of it. From this platform, I wish to indicate national education policy is not government policy. It is a policy for the nation. And therefore, I appeal, it is time for us all to adopt it, understand it, execute it, and to reap the fruits.
उपराष्ट्रपति ने भारतीय भाषाओं के महत्व का जिक्र करते हुए कहा कि हमारी भाषाएं, उनकी समृद्धि और गहराई हमारा गौरव और विरासत है।
Our languages, their richness and depth are our pride and legacy. This aspect amplifies the fullness and uniqueness of Bharat. Go to any country, you will not find what we have here. our treasure is unfathomable. Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Hindi, Bangla, and other languages are gold mine of literature and knowledge. These have national and global footprints. Educational institutions have to nurture with deep focus this treasure. And let me tell you what a pride for Tamil Nadu and the entire country. The Tamil had the distinction of being the first language to be accorded the prestige of being classical language. This well-deserved recognition was imparted in 2004, which means things started changing in regimes. Today there are 11 languages that are classical languages. And classical languages are those that have rich culture, knowledge, literature, depth. Let me just indicate the 11 languages because I had the occasion as Chairman Rajya Sabha to declare to Rajya Sabha that Marathi, Pali, Prakrit, Assamese and Bengali were recently given the status of classical languages. But earlier we had, as I said, Tamil, Sanskrit, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Odia. Go all over the world. We are matchless. We have to realize our power, our potential. We should not be carried away by insignificant aspects.
समाज और शिक्षा को लेकर उपराष्ट्रपति लगातार सकारात्मक संदेश देते हैं। खासकर युवाओं और देश में बदलाव के लिए दिए गए उनके विचार समाज में एक नई चेतना पैदा करने का जरिया बन रहे हैं।
संसद टीवी के और भी प्रोग्राम्स देखने के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा YouTube चैनल और हाँ, इन्हें लाइक और शेयर करना ना भूलें।